What's going on, friends? Welcome back to the Cheese Boy channel. We got ourselves some murders at Karlov Manor commander decks. Blame game. It's gonna be the first one we open up. We got all four, so yeah, check it out. We'll have them all, but we're opening up just to see what's inside, see if there's anything good, see what we might do with it. Let's see what we got. Blame game, red and white, some Boros colors. That's a color combination that I enjoy playing. Kind of excited to see what's in here. I haven't really opened any of these up, taken a look at anything in here. So let's see what's what. Boom, boom, boom. We got a little box, our little counters, some little suspect cards. How you guys liking this setup? I've kind of been hearing mixed reviews. I didn't get to go do any pre-release or anything, so I don't know how that went, but it did sound like there was some cool stuff. Little deck box, a little spin down, a little blah. Nelly Borka. Blame game. And then I guess this is like one of the clues, because I guess there's like little mini games within the thing that you could figure out and try to solve mysteries and stuff. It's empty. We'll usually save these, but since this is the first one, we will open one just to see what it looks like, and then we got 3 more decks. The rest of them we'll save for you guys. Boop boop boop. Ooh, so we got Aurelia, Law Above. I actually believe that is a good card, and then Coerce to Kill. Actually, that's a pretty cool. I actually really kind of like the border on that. That works well. I'm happy with those. Boop, and a little whatever. Do some little trash. Blam. Actually, that card could go in here. I don't know if it necessarily fits, but it's the right color combos to go with this. So we got Nelly. Let me see. The junk gland, so I can actually hold this in my hand. Boom, 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 boom. So we got our Nelly Borka. Boom. She is a legendary creature, vigilance. Whenever Nelly attacks, suspect target creature. Then go to all suspected creatures. Whenever one or more creatures an opponent controls deals combat damage to one or more of your opponents, you and the controller of those creatures each draw a card. Interesting. That's our hard card. Boom. Our alternate commander, Feather Radiant Arbiter. Flying Lifelink. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell that targets only Feather Radiant, you may choose any number of other creatures that spell could target and pay 2 for each of those creatures. If you do, for each of those creatures, copy that spell. The spell targets that creature. So it's kind of Zada, right? But you gotta pay. That's kind of... that's not bad. Not bad, but you gotta pay it. Zada's free, right? Isn't it like a Mirror-Wing Dragon? Something like that? Also do that same thing, but free? Immortal Obligation. So return target creature card from an opponent's graveyard to the battlefield under their control with a duty counter on it. Duty. Sorry. For as long as that creature has a duty counter on it, it's goaded. It can't attack you or a permanent you control, and can't block creatures you control. Actually, not too bad. Otherworldly Escort. We've got Flash. Otherworldly Escort dies. If it's not a spirit, return it to the battlefield under the owner's control with 4 charge counters on it. Remove a charge counter from Otherworldly Escort. Destroy target creature that dealt damage to you this turn. Not too shabby. Redemption Arc. Enchant creature has indestructible and is goaded. Trouble in Paradise. I actually think this is one of the higher dollar cards in the set. If an opponent would begin an extra turn, that player skips that turn instead. Whenever an opponent attacks you with 2 or more creatures, draw their second card each turn, or cast their second spell each turn, you draw a card. That's really good. Yeah. Card drawing, always good. Havoc Eater. When Havoc Eater enters the battlefield, for each opponent, goad up to 1 target creature that opponent controls. Put X+1 counters on Havoc Eater, where X is the total power of all creatures goaded this way. Hot Pursuit. When Hot Pursuit enters the battlefield, suspect target creature and opponent controls. As long as Hot Pursuit remains on the battlefield, that creature is also goaded at the beginning of combat on your turn. If 2 or more players have lost the game, gain control of all goaded and all suspect creatures until the end of the turn. Untap them. They gain haste till the end of turn. Interesting. Mob Verdict. Each player secretly votes for another player. Then those votes are revealed. For each of those votes an opponent revealed, Mob Verdict deals 2 damage to that player. And for each creature that player controls, for each vote you received, draw a card. Prisoner Dilemma. Each opponent secretly chooses Silent or Snitch, and then the choices are revealed. If opponent chooses Silent, Prisoner Dilemma deals 4 damage to each of them. If each opponent chooses Snatch, Prisoner Dilemma each deals 8 to them. Otherwise, Prisoner Dilemma deals 12 damage to each opponent who chose Silent. Interesting. That's a damage ramp up pretty quick. Yeah, interesting. Cast a spell only during your opponent's turn and only during combat. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to you and planeswalkers you control to the end of turn. Untap all attacking creatures and goad them. After this phase, there is an additional combat phase. That actually, it's an additional combat phase. That would be after all you dealt. Preventing all damage. Good stuff. When Ransom Note enters the battlefield, surveil 1. Sacrifice Ransom Note. Choose 1. Cloak the top card of your library. Goad or draw a card. Angel of Ruins enters the battlefield. Exile up to 2 target artifacts or enchantments. Comeuppance. I like the name of that. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to you and planeswalkers you control this turn by sources you don't control. If damage from a creature source is prevented this way, Comeuppance deals that much damage to that creature. If damage from non-creature source is prevented this way, Comeuppance deals that much damage to source's controller. That's actually really good too. For only 4. Yeah. Darien, King of Keljar. I believe that card's been around for a while. Creating tokens. Duelist Heritage. Whenever one or more creatures attacks, you have a target attacking creature gain double strike until the end of the turn. Elspeth. That used to be a really good planeswalker. I remember the little white weenie deck. Keeper of the Accord. Lauren of the Third Path. That's a good card. Promise of Loyalty. Selfless Squire. Savine's Reclamation. That was a pretty recent card. Smuggler's Share. Stalking Leonin. Sun Titan, there we go. There's a card that's been around for a while. Yeah, it's gotten lots of reprints. Windborn Muse, another one. That's kind of gotten lots of reprints. Winds of Wrath. It's your Wrath of God, but nobody can regenerate. Agitator Ant. Love Insects. I always love the picture on that one, too. I thought that was so cool. Brash Taunter. There's another... It's a Goblin. That's a reprint. I actually kind of like the picture on that one, too. Disrupt Decorum. Atali. Since we just had Ixalan Dinosaurs. Fiendish Duo. I actually like the picture on that one, too. First strike. If source would deal damage to an opponent, it deals double that damage to that player instead. Frontier Warmonger. Whenever one or more creatures attacks one of your opponents or planeswalkers they control, those creatures gain menace. Oh, that's really good. Kazul. There's an old card. Kind of nice to see that come back. Spectacular Showdown. Put a double strike counter on target creature. Vengeful Ancestor. There's a big old dragon. I guess not a huge dragon, but whenever Vengeful Ancestor enters the battlefield or attacks, goad target creature. Anaya, Merciless Angel. Boros Reckoner. There we go. There's a oldie but goodie. Deflecting Palm. Glissa. That's a good one. Ancient Stone Idol. Sad Robot. Solemn Simulacrum. Steel Hellkite. Tome of Legends. Oh, the Castle. Castle Arvindale. That's a good card. Got land here, so boom. Our Exotic Orchard. The Snarls, man, they've been reprinted a lot lately. Keller Keep, that's always a fun card. Labyrinth. Needle Spire, pretty good. Scavenger Ground, that's good. Slayer Stronghold. Temple, blech. Throne of High City. Sacrifice Throne of High City, you become the Monarch. Oh, hey, Monarch stuff. That's good. War Room. Pay life equal to the number of colors in your commander's color identity. Draw a card, which is only 2. Not too bad. Ghostly Prison's good. Gideon's Sacrifice, good. Martial Impetus. Orzhov's Advocist. Seal of Cleansing. Soul Snare. Vow of Duty. Wall of Omens. Curse of Opulence. Rite of Raging Storm. Shiny Impetus. Vow of Lightning. Oh, and then we got our Arcane. Bloodthirsty Blade. That's good. Farewell Stone. Mind Stone. Soul Ring. Talisman. Thought Vessel. Oh, yeah, at least they haven't done Thought Vessel, at least in a few sets, so. Access Tunnel. Target creature with power 3 or less can't be blocked. Ash Barrens. Escape Tunnel. Search your library for basic land card, put it on the battlefield, or sacrifice, and the target creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked this turn. Myriad. Rel Tower is always good. Rogue's Passage. Actually, I was thinking Rogue's Passage when we pulled that other card. And I'm like, Sunhome Fortress. Target creature gains double strike. And then a Temple. I like these colors. I think that things work well together. Most of the stuff seems pretty quick. I have not played a whole lot of Goad stuff, so I would have to play this a few times, see if that ability is like something that's really like you could really build around. Yeah, I mean, Boros Charm, probably like the one thing that I was thinking that should be in there that I didn't see, just because it goes with those colors, especially got Boros Reckoner and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm thinking this deck would be a lot of fun to play. We see our value for the deck is going to be here. Boop. And then yeah, we have some more decks to open up, so keep watching the channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and share, and give us some comments. Tell us if you like this deck, if you've played any of the other decks, what are your favorites, and we'll see you next time.